or the more closely you work with them or something?
Only if you kind of fall in love with them, because otherwise you don't really care.
Right.
Like, but when you fall in love with someone, you want to understand, you want to possess them and understand them and be able to predict them.
Right.
And then, because you're intensely interested, you
Right.
realize that you can't fully understand what they're going to do, and so
Right.
therefore they become more mysterious. But if you're not in love with them, you don't really give a damn, and so you don't really notice it.
Luke, how do you learn? I agree with you 100%. How do you learn this shit? Because I think I've been so arrogant my whole life. How do you learn that shit?
Well, I just know when I get obsessed with a girl, I'm just like, then the more mysterious and the more she spirals out of my control. The more I try to control her,
Yeah,
the more she
it
spirals
becomes
out of my
maddening.
control. It becomes maddening, and like, how can I ever understand her?
And how could she do this shit to me?
Yeah, how could you do this to me? And then it's only because I'm totally smitten by her that she becomes so mysterious. If I wasn't mysterious, she'd be like as predictable as heck.
And is this, I mean... Yes. Yes.
I like chapter 42, verses 27 and 28, when they found some money in the sack. Their hearts sank, and they turned trembling to one another, saying, "What is this that God has done to us?"
Yeah.
Like when things go bad, you go, "What is this that God has done to me?" I mean, I don't know, maybe my faith is lacking, but I never say that.
When things get bad?
Yeah, I never say, "What has God done to me?" It's just like,
Right. Well,
I don't feel like God is like directing things. It's like, oh, I'm sending that driver to smash into Luke Ford's car.
Right. Well, it's kind of nice. It's a little refreshing, because sometimes I feel like people are I think secular people generally have this complaint that religious people are constantly thanking God for the blessings in their life, but then when things go wrong, they seem, hey, that's you.
There I am. There's the famous. Here, I'll even show this to the audience. So I'm listening to the Super Bowl. It's the last minutes of the January 2000 Super Bowl, where St. Louis, perhaps the best Super Bowl ever played, St. Louis beat Tennessee. Game went down to the last play of the game, so like there are 2 minutes left, and I'm listening to it on my yellow Sony
You're
Walkman.
listening to it at your feet.
Yeah, because I don't want to miss out.
Terrible.
So
Good.
that's Tina Tyler there applying the pain.
How much more absurd could a situation be than the guy being whipped by a porn star as he conscientiously listens to his Walkman to make sure he doesn't miss the end of the game? Actually, that's gender relations right there. Even when you're on your knees, like smacking you, you don't really care. You still just want to hear how the game goes.
Exactly.
By the way, Luca has very muscular thighs. I would not have known that otherwise. But I'm actually very surprised at the circumference and muscularity of your thighs. Well, check out that picture, people. Like those are not.
Just put in Luke Ford and Tidy Whitey. I think if I can find those pics from my skinny dipping days with Kendra Jade, and they're not coming up immediately, but those were the days. Oh, skinny dipping in the sun with two hot chicks.
That's beautiful. I think you should be right. I mean, in my own opinion, in my world, I think you should be rightly proud of pictures like that. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think you're not doing anything wrong, and I think that anyone who has a problem with it is their problem. For what that's worth, it's not. I know that's. All right, so I'm going to have to go to this interracial gay Christmas party.
So there I am with Holly Randall, September 2005. So that's when we really met up in Florida.
Were the two of you together?
Yeah, we were together for a few months. I don't know.
Good God. Good God.
I was wearing my T-shirt there.
Good
Not
God.
much else. Those were the days I'd sing and dance forever in a day. 'Twas the life we lived. We thought we'd live and never die.
Who's that? That's a nice one. Who's that from?
Oh, those were the days. Oh, those were the days. La 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 la.
Is that like Tennessee or
la
something?
la 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 la? It's just a famous song.
That's a wonderful picture. I mean, to me,
Happier days.
what were they happier?
I don't know. They were more carefree at it.
Right.
In some ways, I had more chicks.
Where it was, but this was you'd already converted to Orthodox Judaism,
Yeah.
But so for a while you kept I'm going to be putting on my shoes because I have to go to this thing. But you for a while you straddled both worlds, kind of.
Yes, straddled both worlds.
Right.
Straddled quite a few worlds.
Straddled quite a few worlds. And then so at some point though you made right by whip bearing women. But at some point you decided to go harder on the Orthodox Judaism thing.
Yeah. I quit writing on the porn industry.
Why? Because somebody.
Because my rabbi told me to, or he'd kick me out. He'd kick me out anyway.
Did he kick you out anyway? Was it the same one?
Yeah.
So what do you think? You think you're going to go back to?
Nah.
No. Why?
It's a ghetto. It's like it's too easy. It's like been there, done that, and it ghettoizes you from everything else in life. And so, like I was there for 12 years. That's more than enough time.
Right. Okay.
To serve in the salt mines of the pornography industry.
And you can't just do it.
I paid my dues, and it's really hard to leverage your time in the porn industry.
Leverage it elsewhere
to greater effect elsewhere. It's like, where do you bounce after?
Right.
What does it qualify you for? You immediately go into investment banking. I mean, what is?
True enough, but there's a lot of life
like
experience.
The Los Angeles Times. It's like,
I don't know. I mean, there's got to be ways. Like, I mean, sex still. Well, I don't know.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. That's really interesting. God, I really do think, Luke, like
happier days.
Yeah, I mean, someone who hates on that picture to me, like, how can you? What is there to hate in that?